Hey everyone, I'm Demetria and welcome back to my channel. I can't wait to share with you today about SEO and why it's crucial and a game changer for your business. So if you have not been thinking about SEO or search engine optimization, now's the time to start. As a small business owner, we want to diversify and make sure that everything we're doing with our online business is helpful to our growth long term, right? And SEO has done wonders for me in my business over the years. It has been one of the main reasons why I'm still getting traffic on blogs that I developed back in 2012, so over 10 years ago. And that blog is still getting traffic and still making sales. So I want to make sure that you know about SEO, and if you're not using it, that you start taking advantage of search engine optimization, because it's just so important. So I can't wait to share, and we'll talk about that now. So you might be asking, what exactly is SEO? Why does it matter? So again, SEO is search engine optimization. It's the way to optimize your website so that your potential visitors are going to become your visitors on your site. So they're searching in Google, they're using key phrases and terms to look for certain things, to answer a question that they have or to solve a problem that they have. If they land on your website within the first page, second page, third page in SERPs, which is search engine results pages, then you have a very high chance of getting that set of traffic or those eyeballs on your website, which is going to in turn give you more of what you need, which is to sell your products and services, or at least the opportunity to. So you can't sell your product and you can't sell your service if you're not getting in front of your potential customers. And one easy way to establish that relationship is through SEO, and it's free because all you have to do is learn how to optimize your web pages so that you can be more easily seen and found in the traffic results. Or in the search engine results. So the way to do that is optimization. So we're going to talk a bit about that in a moment. But first, I just want to really stress the importance of SEO and why, as small business owners, which I've been one for 20 years now, why it's crucial. First of all, if you don't want to put in a lot of money on Facebook ads, Google ads, or learn how to use Pinterest, which I do highly recommend you learn to use it, but if there's just other things that you're not able to do at the moment, then at the very least, start with your foundation, which is your own website, your own platform. This is your foundation. Start there and start optimizing your pages, because what you're doing is you're attracting targeted traffic. Targeted traffic. These are people that are specifically looking for what you offer. They are typing it in to Google, searching for you, searching for your product as a solution to their problem. And that's what we want. We want people who are looking for your product or service and land on your webpage. And you did it all without paying a penny in ads. And there's nothing wrong with ads if you have a budget for that. But if you don't, this is a great way to start. Now, just so you know, building your traffic with SEO takes time. It's not an overnight thing. But after a couple of months, you should find some results happening. And if you've targeted the right keywords, you're going to find that your traffic will start increasing after a few months. After about a year, you should really start to see a flow of traffic coming in from the certain keywords that you've targeted. And so it's important that you understand how it works when you're choosing keywords, to make sure that you're choosing keywords to use on your website that are exactly what your target audience would be searching for in Google. So here are 4 tips I'm going to give you really quick just to help you with that aspect of your marketing efforts. I know we're not all marketers. We're not all out here trying to figure out the marketing game, especially if that's not your business, right? If your business is pet sitting, then you probably don't know a lot about marketing, but it's good that you're watching this video, and hopefully I can help you, because that's my area where I shine and where I enjoy helping my clients. So after I design websites, I absolutely want to make sure that you're optimized. So the first tip I'm going to give you is to get clear on your keywords. So you have to know exactly what those keywords are that people are searching for, so that you can target those keywords on your website. And what you're going to do is use tools such as Google Keyword Planner, and I'll place a link to that. down below in the description so that you can check that out. It's absolutely free and it will help you to find just the right keywords that you're going to use on your website. Another thing you can do really easily that doesn't cost you a dime is to use the autofill in Google. So go ahead and type in a phrase in the Google search bar, and then whatever it autofills will kind of show you what people have been searching for. So that's a really convenient way of seeing what are the key phrases that people are typing in on an average, on an average day, on a regular basis from month to month. And that autofill in Google will help you to see what are the popular key terms. And you can start using those key phrases on your website. So we're going to talk about content planning too. The second tip I have for you is to create quality content. So after you've got your keywords in place, you have maybe a handful of keywords that you really want to focus on for your website and for your business. Those are the words that you're going to focus on. So you're going to have to create content for those keywords. You don't want to just place them all over your website where it doesn't make sense, right? So we want to create content around those words, and we'll talk about what it means to build pillars probably in another video, but content pillars are a super important aspect of marketing. But what we're going to do is take those keywords and create quality content on your website around the idea of those keywords so that we can use those phrases and words throughout your content. And we're going to be doing this on a regular basis. So remember, content creation is something that you do every single week for your blog, your website, all your content that you own. You have the ownership of that website, right? So you don't own Instagram, you don't own Facebook. So we want to make sure that your domain name and your website is producing quality content, because that is your virtual real estate. And that's where you need to be focusing on building out your content. So you'll do that on a regular basis, making content, and you will make sure those keywords are being integrated into your content regularly. So I do have resources to help you figure out how to do that. And you can always reach out to me, and I have my information below as well. Let's go on and talk now about not only are you going to make that content, making those blog posts, creating those articles, doing maybe some guest appearances on other people's websites or podcasts, or creating content for their blogs, guest blogging. All those things can be very helpful to you. We'll talk about that too, because we're going to need to know how to get eyeballs back on our website from other venues besides just building content out on our sites. So we're going to talk about backlinks. So with backlinks, we want to make sure that we get as many eyeballs as possible on our website from other websites, right? So we want to be linked back from other high quality sites that offer valuable content to their audiences as well. So what you'll need to do is begin a strategy of figuring out how you can sort of get seen and known on the web. And one of the ways to do that is to volunteer to become a guest blogger for another high quality content producing site that has a similar niche as yours, but not a competitive niche, but something similar, so that you can work together and you can provide valuable content. And now that's kind of like, finding a needle in a haystack, finding the right spaces to contribute your content to, but you can do this. My husband was doing this recently and was able to get his content on Forbes, and that has been tremendous in helping him to get eyeballs back on his site and on his services and things that he's doing, especially his LinkedIn. He likes to link back to his LinkedIn. So, just do that. And when I was creating my homeschool blog over 10 years ago, one of the things I did was to partner with other homeschool bloggers and create content for them. So I did a lot of guest blogging. And then I also did some guest podcast appearances. So that's another thing that you can do, is to just see if you can do a podcast tour and talk about your services and some things that can be helpful to the listeners of other people's shows. And so I'm planning actually to do that really soon. I haven't started my podcast tour, but I would love to do that really soon. And so those are just some ideas. The reason why you want to do that is because your link to your website is going to be attached to these articles that you're contributing, right? And so every time you get a link back from another website to your website, especially if it's a high quality site that's linking back to you, it improves your score in Google search engine rankings. And so you want to make sure that you're being linked back from quality websites, not websites that are going to discredit your value. So making sure that you're linked back from quality sites, super important in helping your search engine ranking. That's also going to help your content get found more easily as it's boosted up in the Google search engine rankings, because Google sees that here's all these quality sites that are pointing back to you. So therefore your content must be of high quality as well. So you keep getting boosted higher and higher in the search engine results for its credibility. So that's what you're aiming for, is creating quality content, not only for your own website with all the search terms that you want, but also being linked back from others. So having that association, right? And that's going to help you tremendously in Google. And lastly, I'm just going to share with you about optimizing your website for user friendliness. It's really important that Google sees your site as something that gives your users an easy time to navigate. So it's not loading for 15 minutes or something crazy like that, right? It's not taking too long to load your website. So you want to make sure that you have a fast load speed, and have your website designer or the person that helps you with your website on a monthly basis or retainer basis, make sure that they're optimizing your images to make them smaller so that your pages load faster. Just make sure the user experience is friendly for the one who's clicking around on your site, that the navigation looks good so that they're not confused about what they're going to. So they have a nice clean navigation, that there's not a lot of code that is on the back end of your site that's bloating your website and making it take so long to load the pages, and also code that's popping up here and there that's causing a lot of confusion. And that happens sometimes when we put a lot of like Google ads or other types of ad networks and we add those to our site. It can cause a lot of disruption in trying to find information we're looking for. I know it's a great way to monetize your site if you're using certain ad networks. Mediavine is one that pays really well. So if you have, I think, 50,000 page views or more, I'm not really sure what the exact number is, but you can apply to Mediavine and start making a lot of money just from the views. So a lot of people are using those types of code that pop up all over the site. I know a lot of recipe websites use that. And it can be distracting as far as the user experience. But at the end of the day, it really just depends on what kind of experience you want your user to have when they're visiting your site. Is it clean? Is it easy to navigate? And are they able to find solutions to their problems right away? So having a search bar is always helpful. Anything that you can do to help your user navigate your site effectively. So those are my tips for just optimizing your website, making sure that you're on the right page. If you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out to me. Once again, I recommend that you seek out a web designer who understands the marketing aspect, who understands SEO. And when you have someone on your team who can help you optimize, you're going to feel a lot more confident that your site and your business online will grow organically and naturally. And that's what I specialize in, because I want to make sure that you're not having to pay a lot of money for ads. Nothing wrong with the ads. We need them sometimes for certain product launches we're doing, but just on the back end, making sure that we run our business so that over the course of time, the longevity of our business, it is there, and we're able to see that we don't have to do a lot to get the results we're looking for, right? And people are able to find us. And I love that feeling when someone says, I was just typing in these 3 words and your website popped up on the very front page at the very top. And we were looking for this and we found you. And so, wow. And I love that. I love that, because what that says is that SEO works, and the energy that I put into creating websites that are optimized was all worth it. And now I can teach you how to do it. And so I can't wait to keep showing you how these things work for me and how my journey is going. And as of today, this is November 2024. So if you've listened this far, thank you. I am excited because one of the things that I want to keep doing is putting my SEO services on the table for you guys. And I've been really focused on designing websites, but after this summer, I found that, wow, I love designing sites. But the best thing about designing is that when you're done, You got to grow the business. You got to see what happens with your content and how it's drawing your visitors into your site. And I work with a lot of clients who don't necessarily want to pay a lot of money for ads and don't have the budget to do that at the moment because their business has to grow first before they can afford to throw money out for ads. So that's why my heart is into really helping you with your SEO. And I'm excited to do that. So you can look me up at demetriazinga.com. And for those of you who are women in business and want like a little bit more of information to help women entrepreneurs, I have a whole website dedicated specifically to that, and it's called herbusinesselevated.com. And there's a podcast for that as well. So I'll leave all the links to that below, but I am just jazzed here in November of 2024. We're really happy to be offering these services and hope that I can be of help to you in the future. If this is something you're looking to do, is to grow your business online without having to pay a lot of money. And I'm going to be coming back with more videos about business and mainly, I guess, SEO and organic growth and content creation, because again, these are all things that have helped me over the years. And yes, it's taken a long time. Yes, it's been 20 years, but you know what? That proves that these strategies work if I'm still using the same strategies that I used 2 decades ago. So let's keep doing it. Let's keep growing together. And I can't wait to see you on the next video. Bye.